and obviously this is one of the most serious times, I think, since the 70s that California has faced. And this is going to require some very difficult choices. But what we want to show you today is how many easy things you can do to reduce your consumption of water.
We are having a drought workshop here at the City of Thousand Oaks, and lots of partnerships. We have different water districts here, gardeners and turf removers to let our residents know what they can do to defeat the drought, as our workshops are called. We have a number of booths here, and we're giving out free plants, and we have about 6 different workshops going.
What I hear from many residents, their number one concern is water. And it's going to take a big team effort. It's going to be homeowners doing what they can do, and then we also need to come up with regional solutions. So if you follow what's going on in Oxnard, they have a big water plant that is taking recycled water and purifying it. So we're working to get that attached and running as soon as possible so we can get additional water to our farmers. There's some great projects going on in Camarillo. There is some legislation moving through Sacramento right now. Certain homeowners associations are not allowing artificial turf, and there is some legislation to remove that restriction.
If you talk to anybody right now, the number one thing on their mind is the drought. We are in a historic drought, and we really need to find solutions. There is not just one solution, but what we need to start with is conservation. So we're trying to show residents the easy steps they can take toward reducing their water use.
When you look at Israel, they are a land with almost no rain, and they are able to recycle 80% of their water. So we have a long way to go before we actually get to those numbers. So working together, again, we can get there.
I tell you, drought is no stranger to the Conejo Valley. There's been droughts in this area for years. In fact, there was one at the turn of the century. It was so impactful that the ranchers that were here sold all their cattle, sold all their sheep, sold their land for pennies on the dollar, and moved back east and gave up. Now we have 130,000 people that have replaced all their sheep and cattle, and we're reliant 100% on imported water, and I don't think 130,000 of us are going to move back east, so we got to conserve the water that we have.
Right now, the rules are that you should only be watering twice a week, and making sure that that is after 5 o'clock. Make sure that you don't have any leaks around the house or broken sprinklers, and call up your water agency if you still can't reduce use. They will come to your house and do a free water audit to let you know how you can further save water.
If you have conserved and you think your numbers are not low enough, they will come to your home and see if you have a leak and look at other possibilities of how to save water.
All we're trying to do is educate folks and get us all to be more cognizant of our water use and how we can be, again, more water efficient.
Assemblymember Irwin has in fact replaced her lawn with a drought-resistant, drought-tolerant landscape.
I certainly have taken steps myself. We ripped out our front lawn and put in drought-tolerant plants on drip irrigation and have tremendously reduced our water use. So I want to make sure that we set a good example for the residents. Most of my neighbors have also torn out their lawns, so the neighborhood is using much less water, and it looks absolutely great. If we all work together, we can get through this drought.